This tutorial video is meant to detail how you access your feedback and then provide author feedback in Expertiza, the peer review system powered by North Carolina State University. In our previous video, you learned how to provide feedback to a submission that was made in Expertiza, how to provide actual peer review feedback to a partner. And this video and the next proponent of your assignment is that you're going to go in and review the feedback that was made about your own submission and then provide feedback as the author, which is aptly called author feedback, on the reviews that were made. So you're going to go through and assess if the reviews made on your submission were effective or ineffective, if they were specific enough, what you wish they had focused on. They may even be complimentary in nature, that you appreciate the feedback that you got, that you appreciate they focused on something you had missed, that type of thing. Because a portion of your grade will be, in addition to giving feedback, assessing the feedback that was provided to you. So to begin, I want to draw your attention to one of the settings you can make in Expertiza for your convenience. And once you log in, it can be found by going to Profile in the top red banner. And you'll notice that I have elected to receive certain emails from Expertiza under the heading Email Options. So I wanted to receive an email every time a review was made on my submission, and that's exactly what happened. I got a new submission is available for my assignment in Expertiza to remind me that I needed to log into Expertiza to see the reviews that were made for me. That's not required of you, but it might help you keep up with the number of reviews you're getting back, especially if you are looking for 3 reviews or 5 or more reviews if you're looking for multiple. To begin, let's access the feedback that someone provided to you. So you're going to go into your assignment down here, and you'll remember that when you submitted your assignment, you selected your work. When you provided feedback to someone else, you selected others' work. And now we're going to click on your scores to view the feedback that was made on your submission. Here, I don't want anybody to be frightened by these numbers. Everyone should say -1 and these negative percentages. It's just part of the coding of the system because there is not a grade assigned yet. We haven't completed the review process. So don't let that frighten anybody off. It doesn't mean anything. But the things you do want to pay attention to on this screen are, for one, the Show Submission, which can be found underneath your name. So if you click here, that should begin to download the original submission that you made, and you can compare your submission to the review that was made about your submission. But the most important part, of course, is the Show Reviews button right here. You'll notice that right now I only have 1 review made. You may have several. So when I click on Show Reviews, I only have review 1 because only 1 review has been made on my submission. If you have 2 or 3 partners or more, you may see review 1, 2, 3, all the way up until 5 or 6, however many it is that you have. You'll just want to keep scrolling through to see that. But again, I only have 1 review right now. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to compare the questions and the responses made by my reviewer. So they reminded me that I didn't include a title, I didn't include an author. I'm going to go through and read their commentary, compare it to my submission, compare their assessment of how I think I did, those types of things. And then once I'm finished, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to provide feedback for this review. And I've already provided feedback, but yours should say provide feedback, or you can go in to edit that feedback. And this rubric is going to pop up, and it's called Feedback for the Reviewer. This is something that's been designated to you by your instructor, and it should be very straightforward. For this particular review, I'm going to rate how specific the feedback was, all the way from not very to very, how easy it was to understand, not very easy, all the way to very easy. And then these commentary boxes, I'm going to assess what was most effective about my review, and what my reviewer could have done to make it more effective or more useful for me. And again, the reviewer is going to receive this survey. So you want to be constructive, you want to be honest, and most importantly, you want to be respectful in the way that you assess their review, because you will also be receiving surveys back on the reviews that you provided, and you want those to be constructive. Again, because a portion of your grade is how well you assess your feedback in addition to how well you provide feedback. So you want to be holistic, you want to be fair, and respectful so that your partner is learning from this process the same way that you are. Once you have viewed all of your reviews, I want to draw your attention down here to this large bolded instruction down here at the bottom. Once you have reviewed all the reviews that were made to you in Expertiza, so if you're waiting on 3 or 4, please wait until you've viewed all 3 or 4 reviews. But this asks you to please complete this Google Docs survey, which you should just copy and paste the link into a new web page. And this peer review reflection survey should pop up. And you're going to go down and fill it out. It should be something similar to surveys you've filled out before for peer review, and you'll want to submit it. You do not need to submit anything to Blackboard, but you do need to make sure that you have viewed all of the reviews made on your submission before you fill out the survey, because at that point, once you've viewed the reviews and taken the survey, then you will receive credit for this round of peer review. As with everything you do in Expertiza, once you have finished answering all of these questions, save your feedback so that you are able to save any of the changes that you've made, and then your partner will be able to see author feedback that's been made. You can also see the author feedback that's been made to you. So if you want to see the feedback that has been made on any of your reviews, you can click author feedback. And I believe the settings are set up that you need to hit the review and then hit author feedback. And you can scroll all the way down to the bottom and you can see feedback from the author. So I provided a review and they let me know that my review was not specific. I did not do a really good job relating the feedback to the criteria, etc. So I can see what it is that the author thought about the review I made for them. And that concludes how to access your feedback, provide author feedback, and then access your author feedback in Expertiza. If you have any questions, please feel free as always to shoot me an email at jmorr005@odu.edu.